Hey guys, this is Julie. Good afternoon. How is everyone doing? We had just a crazy day. It gave us a big sell off through the daily one, big bear bar, and then we just flattened out like a pancake at 5,600 support. And, I said that, we were in positive gamma. So that means that the dealer bought support, and that's exactly what they did. Um, they're not exactly, ripping it back up or participating, but each time it got just, up to 5620, 5625, they sent it right back down. So they were rearming this premium selling by, you know, taking it down to 5610, 5615, and then back up to 5620, 5625. So we were in a, like a 15-point range all day, basically. And it drove everybody crazy, including me. So, but we saw precisely that the market came in at monthly one on the VIX, right? So this monthly one for March is controlling resistance. And I'd like to see it come back down, to the middle, if not to the other end. If we do get a vol pop, we'd look at this 23.76 to 24.50 area and then back down. Um, but I I do know that this vol is collapsing. We're flattening out on our curve. So if you see this VIX curve here, right here, you can see it's starting to come back. We had gone so sharply up that now we're flatlining and coming down. So we're in elevated volatility, but they were clearly forcing it below that 30-day one and below the daily two. Okay. So they are in control of the market, which is good, not letting it get out of hand for high vol. And if you look at your volatility for VIX going into April, you'll see that it's collapsing. I mean, it doesn't go immediately down, but we're talking, 15, 16 vol for April. And so that's going to, put a floor on this market and, perhaps get us back up into these higher ranges. Um, we are, flirting with this monthly three, but I think, this quarterly one, or is this a 12-week one? Let me hang on one second. This is also March. Let me put this back on the June contract real quick so that you're not confused. The option contracts are still on March. That's why I wanted to look at March, so that I matched my gamma and everything from my quick strike. But we're really in June. So I just want to make sure I have the right levels that we're looking at for the ES. Give me one second. But for my premium selling, it worked out beautifully today. We had that premium off of the overnight Black-Scholes model on the settlement, and it came down to our level in just a little bit more, but you saw the flatlining at our support resistance, and that's exactly where dealers should be coming in. So here was the 5650 area of quarterly two. support. So I'd like to see this go back up to 57.74 or 58.35. This 3-month quarterly 2 is in between the 30-day 2s. Okay. And so we could go higher from here as that volatility comes down. I need to fix this. I'll get that fixed. But we're just right in the middle of our weekly range on the bottom side of it. And so, once that crosses above 56.80, we'll see some more upside movement, I think. If we can get back above that monthly 3. Powell's coming out tomorrow, so a lot of that depends on how he talks to the market about ending their liquidity in the market, which, it was for COVID relief, and how long has that ended? So I'm not sure why they have all these facilities up, but they've ended those programs. And so anytime you remove Federal Reserve liquidity from the market, you're getting this, um, contraction in the market. But it's not a sell-off. This is not anything that is drastic. It's very controlled. It's very algorithmic. And so far everything, like I said, it's working within the dealer order flow. So as long as we can, tap into this dealer order flow, we're going to be fine. Um, the Russell and the YM did the same thing that the SPX and the ES did. It just painfully walked inside of our volatility bands waiting for Powell. So we're just on Powell watch today. I'm going to change my schedule a little bit. Um, I'm going to wait for the morning to issue a market analysis report. I won't be doing one in the evenings anymore, going into Globex, unless there's some sort of an event or something like that I can do an evening one. But I think my schedule just works better for me to do them in the morning early, so I can get a comprehensive report out. And then that way I can be looking at my higher time frame ranges and try to incorporate these higher time frame levels into the market analysis report even more so. Because I think that if you know, you understand that it's hitting a quarterly 2 level and there's positive GACs, then that makes sense why you were seeing 56.50 hold and there was 0 open interest, right? So we were in the middle of the gamma, but there was 0 open interest and it still held. Um, and a lot of people are shaking their heads why that was. Why didn't it move to one side or the other? And this is why. We were below monthly 1, and above quarterly 2. We were sandwiched. So waiting for Powell. That was my report tonight. And I'm liking, to see this ball continue to come down. I think, anywhere between 15 and 20 vol is like a sweet spot, really, for the market. There's nothing that we should be complaining about. The market would have a little bit of support and it can range around a little bit if we can get it out of a 15-point range, right? And we will tomorrow, no doubt. So today wasn't a very good day. Look at this. I mean, just this zipper, just incredible. Went nowhere. Again, here's a quarterly too, and the SPX, same thing, right to the end of it, and it bounced back up. So these are very algorithmic markets. And you know that they don't want them touching that 55.65 again either. We just got to get them up and over these monthly threes. That 6 month one is troubling on the NDX, and the other markets, the ES and the NQ is a little bit higher, but I mean the ES is higher, but the 6 month one hasn't been tested. They kept us way off of it, but you know, you got to know that they're going to test that before they send it down, or you would think. So let's see what happens. We broke through it. Now we've got to come back and test it. So I'm still waiting for 20,000 before we really sell off, if we do sell off. Here it is. So we're in this zone between 20,050 and 19,120 for SPX. All right, guys, I hope y'all have a wonderful evening, and I will have a consistent morning report. I just work better in the mornings. All right, guys, thank you so much. Y'all have a good night. See you tomorrow.